Hey Aquarius, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your general life tarot reading for June 1st through the 15th. We're going to take a peek at the overall energy that's surrounding you for this reading, and then we'll use the tarot to dive in a little deeper, looking at your current energy, any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you right now. We'll look at some advice from Spirit and your potential outcome. And then we'll wrap up with one last oracle card to see if Spirit has any last little bit of guidance or advice for you. I do like to get all of the cards out before I start reading them. So if you want to skip directly to the message, go ahead and click the timestamp in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. So the first oracle card that came out for you is Poised. And then the second oracle card for you that came out for your overall energy right now is Thinker. So we'll see how those fit in, but let's grab some tarot and start with your current energy. Where am I, Aquarius, at right now? We are in the Seven of Cups in reverse. Let's see what we have for any challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you. Okay, we have the King of Swords in reverse. For advice from Spirit, we have the Six of Swords, or the Seven of Swords, upright. And for your potential outcome. Did one flip? Yep. Potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands. All right, so let's pull some cards from another deck and see if we can clarify these messages a little bit. So out the gate for your current energy, we have the Fool in reverse and we have the Six of Swords in reverse. For challenges, obstacles, and what's currently hidden, we have the Ace of Cups. For advice from Spirit, okay, Spirit got a lot to say. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And we also have the Princess of Wands. And for your potential outcome. Okay, we have the Lovers. And we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, this is looking pretty good, Aquarius. Starting off a little rocky, but it's getting better. So let's grab some oracle cards and get some last messages before we get into it. And for your energy, we have Paradigm Shift and Heart-Mind Union. For challenges, obstacles, and what's hidden, we have Observe. For advice from Spirit, we have Release Attachment. And for your potential outcome, we have Specificity Matters. Okay, so let's get into this, Aquarius. So as I was doing your pre-shuffle, it felt very much like there was this need for balance. Like I heard balancing checkbook, getting everything right. Are the numbers right? Get the numbers right. So it may be that this reading is about career or finances, getting the numbers right, making sure that everything is in balance, but we'll see. So looking at the overall energy that we have for you, Poised and Thinker. So it feels very much as though you're being very conscious about where you are, where you want to be, where, the things that you need to do to sort of bridge that gap between A and B. So it feels like a very contemplative, thoughtful, focused energy. And what I'm feeling with the Poised card is that you are sort of on the brink of something else, something that's going to sort of redefine your life. It almost feels as though you're sort of standing with your tippy toes on the edge of the cliff, like with your eyes closed and your arms out, just, sort of ready to take that fall into whatever's next. So looking at your current energy, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Foolish Man in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, and we also have two oracle cards. The first one we have is Paradigm Shift. New experience is integrating now. Materialization, growth, expansion, progression, cycles, change. And we also have Heart-Mind Union. harmony of heart, joy and vision with mind, plan and action, faster manifestation, highest vibration. So right now, Aquarius, it feels as though you may be a little bit stagnant. It feels as though you're struggling to figure out the options that you have in moving forward. It doesn't feel as though you believe that there is a different path to take. And so you're just not really moving. You're not really moving too much right now. But at the same time, it doesn't feel as though you're particularly happy with where you are in this moment. It could be financially, it could be in terms of career progression or any other part of your life, but it feels as though there's quite a bit of discontentment in you right now, and you can't sort of see your way out of it. But there is, I think, for you deep down inside this awareness, this need for you to sort of bring together what it is that you want and then take action on those things. You might have to sort of change your mindset in what looks like an acceptable path forward for you, or something that you didn't view as an option in the past. Maybe if you revisit that and you rethink it, look at things from a different perspective, you'll see that it might just be that doorway that you need to go on to this next step, to sort of take this leap. Looking at the challenges, obstacles, and what might be hidden from you, we have the King of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and we also have observe. Not getting caught in the story or details, total acceptance of what is, step back and see bigger picture. So it feels like the biggest challenges for you right now is taking that step towards what it is that you love and doing it very confidently from a place of strength. And it almost feels as though the reason that that's happening is because you are not seeing all of the possibilities that exist. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, it's like the focus is very limited and you don't think that you have any options. But if you were to step back and look at things from a fresh set of eyes, then you would see that there could be a different approach to getting what it is that you want. But you're not sort of looking at it from a distance and with a very critical eye. So, looking at the advice from Spirit, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Hanged Man in reverse, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Princess of Wands, and we also have release attachment. Be free of expectations, feel great about letting go, longing gives vibe of not having. So, with these cards, it really feels as though Spirit is saying, okay, you know what? Look for messages, look for signs that will get you on the right path. But it's really time for you to stop looking at things in such a narrow way, right? It's time for you to look at things in a different way. It's time for you to change that mindset, right? And with the Eight of Pentacles, you're going to have to put some work into it. You're going to have to put some work into it. But Spirit is also saying that you should enjoy this process of exploration and thinking outside of the box. There's no reason for you to be wedded to this former way of thinking where you're sort of limiting yourself, right? You shouldn't sort of have that expectation that there's only one way to accomplish something, that there's only one way to move forward. But this is something that should be enjoyed because it almost feels like you get to release your creative side and sort of work through the what ifs. Well, what if I do this? What if I tried that? Well, what if this worked out? So it actually feels as though there's something very good that's coming out of this, but you just need to sort of open up your mind and your heart space a little bit more and be open to opportunities that you may not have viewed as opportunities before. So what we have for what we have for the potential outcome, we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Lovers, the King of Pentacles, and we also have specificity matters. The universe can only give you what you ask for. Narrow it down. Be as specific as feels good. So I think that, once you sort of situate yourself on what it is that you want, in thinking through where you are, again, where you are in life, where you've been, where you want to be, I think that you will start seeing messages coming in, right? That is going to give you an indication that things are going to turn out just fine, right? I think you'll be pleased at where you end up at the end of this process of you thinking and sort of putting in work and fighting through, any preconceived notions about how things should be done, and sort of let go and let things flow along. You're gonna get start receiving those signs, those signals, those little indicators from the universe that you're on the right path, and it's going to make you pretty happy. And even more than that, it's going to bring you in a new sense of stability and a new sense of abundance. I think you're going to find that there will be people helping you along this path, and not just friends kind of cheering you on from the background, but people who are in a position to really be able to offer you assistance and support as you go to this next iteration. And that might be one of the big reasons that, these options that you may not have considered options before are now unfolding in front of you, because there are people who are going to be placed in your path that will help open those doors. So that might make it a little bit easier, but you have to be open to alternative paths to success. So let me grab one last tarot card and see what final message Spirit has for you. Okay, those wanted to come out, didn't quite make it. Any messages for my Aquarius? Messages for Aquarius? Okay, we have a couple that came out. So the first one that we have: when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And we also have: my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. So these are confirmations of messages that Spirit has already sort of spelled out in your reading, right? Heart-mind union. We have desire with faith, merging those things together so that you are not, approaching things from a place of frustration or rigidity. It's going to come from a place where you feel comfortable with letting the process sort of unfold in front of you. My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. And that's what Spirit is telling you. It says release attachment. Release attachment to the process, to the feeling of control, the feeling of limitations. Let yourself go. Like, be free to explore all of the possibilities that are out there, all of the paths to get to where it is that you want. I think, once you put that work in, it'll be a little bit less anxious. It'll be less overthinking. It'll be you more open to seeing what the universe has for you, those sort of divine steps that it's putting in front of you. So, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it resonated with you somehow. If it did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay healthy, and I am sending you all huge hugs.